Uh, I don't know why the background music is still playing. um, what is going on? Why am I over here? Wait. All right. Something funky is going on here. I don't know why I'm like so far out to the left. I don't know why the background music is still playing. That doesn't give me a second. I think there's something funky going on with my captures. Because earlier I was fighting with a bunch of other audio issues. And even though some things were like shut off, they were still playing. That was really weird. Also, I have to change some audio stuff for now. Yeesh. That was. I'm slightly worried about today's stream. I'm vaguely concerned about how this is gonna go, but I'm just gonna cross my fingers and hope that this goes okay. So one of the main problems I have with streaming this game is that this game does not run very well. Whenever it's not very well optimized, I don't think. I might have to like change some things around in my settings to ensure that everything works out well here. But things are a little weird. Also, I didn't realize I had to install something. No, there's still 1 day left in the current patch, no? I mean, it's not a huge deal if you guys can still see like Rem and Amelia stuff, because I still have to do my dailies. And I'm planning on using the dailies as a way to gauge how well everything is going to run. But yeah, no, this is a funky stream, I'm gonna say that for sure. But yeah, no, this is my 4th time streaming this game. The first time was just me rolling, and that happened a while back. The second time was, I think it was the 6-month anniversary. No. Yes, no. It was a 1-year anniversary event. Yes, things are gonna be a little bit funky here. Whoops, I just cut off the music. But I'm very worried. Also, welcome to the stream, hello. I'm very worried how this is gonna go. Because this game doesn't run very optimally on PC. So, hopefully it runs well, and hopefully I'll be able to do my raids properly. If I can't do it, then we're screwed. But, to put things forth real quick, I have a decent amount of experience with this game. Like, I am very... Like, for somebody who doesn't whale, I don't think I'm a whale. I don't even think I'm a dolphin. Or maybe, I don't know, it's hard to say. Because I only spend the bare minimum of what I feel like I need. And, like, there's a bunch of times where there are characters that I want that I just miss out on because I feel it's not worth spending money. But my account is pretty far along. But it's not super far. I'm still missing a couple of stuff here and there. But I did get pretty freaking lucky recently, actually. Actually, I can't even say pretty lucky. I got really freaking lucky recently. So, the last time I streamed this game was a few months back, and I was complaining how I had most everything necessary in this game to, like, do well. Except I was missing Scarlet. I was missing probably one of the most versatile characters in the game. I did not have Scarlet. If you don't know who Scarlet is, she's on release. She was considered to be the best character in the game. Right now, she's not. I would say she is arguably one of the best characters in the game. Things have changed a little bit over the past almost 1.5 years since this game has released. Okay, yeah, you can kind of see This game is not looking so hot. Or like it's not running super well right now because I can literally see each frame whenever I click on something. So as I go through my dailies, we'll see how this is gonna go, and I might have to do either I'll have to lower the quality of the game or I'll have to remove my model, turn into PNG sci for a bit, which is, you know, that's fine, not a big deal. Ignore the huge number at the top right. I've not been on top of doing my of doing the side story stuff, mostly just because I tend not to spend too much time on this game, only enough to do dailies, and that's about it. But yeah, no, so I was missing Scarlet for the longest time. She was the one character I was missing. Everybody else, I was, you know, I pretty much got whenever their banners would come out, and if the characters didn't matter, then I just would skip them and save for something else. And I've bought a few battle passes. I've stopped buying them because I realized they're not really worth it in the long run. I mean, they're worth it. They're probably the second most worth, like the most valuable thing you can purchase that's like actually not a ripoff, because I think most things that you can buy in this game are pretty messed up at how much you have to spend to get X amount of stuff. But generally speaking, I managed to get everything that I needed to be successful and do stuff in this game, except for Scarlet. And now, I recently obtained Scarlet. I threw it into the wild and prayed that I would hit, and I actually hit her. And I was like, sick. So yeah, you can kind of tell, but level 402, so, or 402. I've been playing this game for a while. The reason why my name in this game is Rhyme is for a very simple reason. This is just my gacha game name. I use this name I use for all my mobile games and like certain other things. It's what I use, it's what I've been using. I don't give a crap if you guys know about it. I have other more personal usernames that I've used, and I've leaked this particular username multiple times. It doesn't really matter to me. And I guess that's my friend ID too. Funnily enough, I think I do have an open slot on my friends list because I recently purged it. Oh, I guess I have to continue. Or I guess it wasn't recent enough. Oh, whoops. But there's my friend code. I don't know if I'm gonna end up refilling it out later on, but I do play this game relatively actively, if that means anything. And if you're not active, I'm unfriending you. If you show up in my friends list. Funnily enough, I do have requests, but my main worry is that all these people are relatively low leveled, and I don't want to like accept someone in my friend list only for them to disappear in like a week or two. So I guess I'm just too high end at this point, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, no. So we're gonna do our dailies here, and we're gonna see how far or how badly this is gonna run. And as I said, we're gonna have to cut a few corners, but just by looking at this is not running well. And this is not just like a computer problem, right? Other issues I personally have. I mean, I have issues running this game even when I'm not streaming it, and I've run like Elden Ring, or I've streamed Elden Ring with barely any issues in the past. So that's not the main issue. So ideally everything works out. But yeah, no. I've been playing Nikke since the game's release. I've spent a little bit of money. I've gotten very, very lucky. Oh boy. Yeah, this is not looking good, fellas. Here, let me check I'm gonna check my task manager. So everything's gonna, or the music is gonna cut off while I check my GPU usage here. For some reason, that's not an auto. Let me click on that. Okay. We are very incredibly high on usage. Actually, Nikke is using up quite a bit on my computer here. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to alleviate some stuff here. I think worst case scenario, yeah, I think worst case scenario. Oh god, I'm lagging now. I'm gonna have to go into PNG side mode. Or either that, or I just save the rating for later and do that off stream and do something else. We're just gonna have to wait and see on how things go. I just hope that everything runs smoothly. Fingers crossed. I'm not really paying attention because I'm just letting auto do its work. I'm sure it's fine. But yeah, no. As you can see, I have a pretty decent setup here for the Pilgrim side of things. Actually, I don't really know. I don't really pay too much attention to this game outside of me playing it. Like, when new characters come out, I do look up certain websites to see generally how good people think those characters are to determine whether or not I should pull. But I've kind of reached the point where I've gotten a decent idea as to which characters are good or not without having to look up external stuff. Of course, there's some things I don't expect, like Amelia. I didn't expect Amelia to be as good as she is, particularly in PvP, because she's a freaking monster in PvP. And it really had me going back and shifting my PvP teams around. Although, to be fair with you, PvP is probably the thing I care about the least in my streams. Sorry. PvP is the thing I care about the least in this game. I don't care for PvP, like, at all. I think it's really boring. And it's just a game of counter picking, and I just don't care. The only reason why I kind of care is because I get gems for focusing on it. But it's just not worth it in the end. It's all about, do you have the right teams? Can you counter pick the right teams with it? And do you have high enough levels? And if you don't, well, you'll just get outstatted. You get stat checked by the people who have really high combat score. And otherwise, your team will just beat other teams, regardless of stats. Unless it's like a huge deficit. And unless your team is like terrible. So, we're kind of all over the place. Sorry. But, yeah. We'll see how things go. But, as I said, worst case scenario, I'll figure out something else to do for this stream if this doesn't work out properly. Actually, here, let's lower some here, because this game is clearly not running very well. I want to put it to low, but we're gonna put the frame rate at 60 and see if that helps. The reasoning. Oh. No. This file is required to act. Okay, but everything else should be fine. But we'll just have to wait and see how everything turns out here. Hopefully, we'll be able to do the raids properly, and I'll be able to show you guys my mentality and thought processes behind it. I don't think many people care. There are a ton of Nikke content creators that probably do a much better job than I ever will. But on the other hand, most of those content creators I feel focus more on the high-end portion of things. Like, oh, do you have like all these characters? Do you have them invested into? Can you do this and that? I have a little bit of a different actually I don't even know how different it is. I just have a different way of proceeding with my raids. We'll see how things go. Hopefully they'll go well. Fingers crossed. Today is the last day to do the solo raids, and solo raids are very important because you get a lot of gems depending on how well you do, along with some borders and stuff, which most of them don't look great. I'm gonna be honest, I like the better you do in the solo raids, the higher rank of a border you get. But I'm gonna be honest, I think the lower rank borders look better. I think they look a little bit too much. Unfortunately, I can't really showcase any of them because I only have the highest or the second, or there's only 3. So saying second highest doesn't mean much because there's only 3 ranks of borders. But I'm rambling. This is a weird stream, dude. This is a really weird stream. I wasn't even thinking about streaming this, and I was just kind of like, I need to do my raids. I also need to stream today. I could stream near, but I've already finished my first playthrough of the game. I don't know. Ah, frick. I forgot about overclock. Do I? No, I don't feel like doing that right now. I'll do it. I'll get a higher score. I need to farm better traits anyways, so that I can get higher scores for overclock. But actually, I should probably talk about this game a little bit more from a beginner's perspective, because like, I don't stream this game often, so it's not like my audience knows what the hell is going on screen. But this is the Goddess of Victory, Nikke, a mobile game. It is or not just a mobile game, but it's a gacha game. The gameplay consists of kind of like a shooter-like gameplay. I kind of like to compare it to the arcade game cabinets of like Terminator or Resident Evil, like those games where they actually have the guns that you can pick up and aim at the screen. It's very similar. It's currently on auto, but I can, you know, freely aim around as well by clicking on the screen, or if you're using your phone, you tap and hold. And there's like, every character has different, or there's like a bunch of different guns that different characters use, and different guns get different usages. I think obviously some guns are considered to be better than others, but generally speaking, I would say the guns are fairly balanced in usage, surprisingly. I think the only gun I think the gun that's the worst is probably SMG. I think every other gun type has some usage. It's probably SMG or sniper, but I can't even, it feels weird saying sniper is one of the worst gun types, because 2 of the best carries, like DPS carries in this game, are sniper characters. Such as the Red Hood, the character that you can currently see on the screen. But like, different characters have different guns, different skills, and you know, what makes or breaks a character is their skills, and like, you know, among other things. Some characters kind of break that a little bit. I think Scarlet is pretty good, not just because of her skills, but because her gun, or her weapon, does more damage compared to other weapons of that same type. Ooh, quick charge. Quick charger is really good. Something worth noting. So, it's a very simple game. A lot of people refer to it as the booty game, because I don't know if you've noticed, but when shooting, the characters tend to, you know, you get, you know, a certain view of the character in a very specific perspective, and yeah. Hence the booty game, which, you know, it made me really ashamed when I first started playing this game, because when I first started playing gachas, when I got into gachas way back when, like Brave Frontier was the king of gachas, I could never find a gacha game that I genuinely enjoyed playing. There's always a few that I would play and I would enjoy playing for like a week or 2 or a month maybe, but I would always end up dropping it. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm trying to change one of my buffs to certain. Oh wait, that's perfect. Okay, cool. That's quick charger done. Sorry. But what the fudge was I talking about? Ori and I have been talking about this phenomenon where we just like forget about stuff that we just talked about. Let's call it our own dementia, which isn't correct, but we feel it's correct. And we just tend to forget things very quickly. And yeah, that happens to me a lot, unfortunately. There's no punchline, that's it. Holy crap, no, this is really slow. Here, let me see what happens if I close out of YouTube Studio. Maybe that'll fix something. Click. Oh god. Oh god. You don't see anything. Huh. Let's see if it runs any smoother. I might have to turn on the PNG, which is gonna feel really weird. We want quick charger. Sick. We got 2 circles. That's actually perfect. I'll do overclock another day. Give me a second. Let me see how this runs without. Oh, actually, I just realized I don't really. I might have to change this. Give me a second. Oh, its weak point is water. What the fudge am I doing? Wait, this is crazy. I can actually use Amelia here. Cool. I used A2 because she was a really good rocket launcher character, and the rocket launcher just made this fight really convenient because this boss sends out missiles, and if you aim the rocket launcher correctly, you can just kill all of the missiles because it'll just splash damage all of them in one hit, and A2 is strong enough to do that. But here, Amelia might be. Oh, this is running so much better. Holy. I actually have to pay attention though. I can't just auto my way through this, unfortunately. But yeah, no, this is running way smoother. This is crazy. Yeah, so yeah, see? Okay. So that means Amelia's splash damage is big enough to hit those missiles. Because those missiles will kill me. Okay, I think we're okay here. These are the burst skills. Whatever, you see this bar on the right side of the screen. When that bar fills up, you get access to burst skills, which are the character's like active skills. Every character has 2 passives and then 1 active, which is the burst skill. You have to use burst skills in a certain order, so you always have to, and different characters have different numbered burst skills, and you can only use burst skills in accordance to the number and order. So every time you burst, there are 3 different kinds of burst skills, 1, 2, and 3, and they always will be played in that order. And you need a burst skill of the previous number to hit the last one. So you need to burst 1 to hit 2, you need to burst 2 to hit 3, and then once you hit 3, you get into full burst, which basically is just lets everyone aim at the same target, which is very convenient and nice. Okay, I guess this is PNG side day, huh? That's crazy. Give me a second. Actually, yeah, give me a second. I'm gonna have to this. Oh. Click on that. This is gonna be so weird, dude. It's been a very long time since I've done PNG side. Let's see if this works. Oh, there we go. There we are. Sick. I need a proper PNG for this in the future. Cause this is kind of a pain. I'm not gonna lie to you. That should be the basis. Yeah. Lost Sector is something else. That's not a daily. No. Actually, that probably means I can help. It'll be fine. Next bit is I have to do some advisory stuff. I don't feel like using all 10. We're just gonna do 3 so we can get the dailies out of the way. Yeah, I forgot which one she wants. I think it was the other one. Ah, frick. It's been I say it's been a while, but it really hasn't. Keep going. And then I think next is Scarlet or Black Scarlet. There we go. People refer to that as Black Scarlet, which I think is fun. Yes, give me some tea. She's happy. Woo, bond increase by. Perfect. Alrighty then. Frick, we're not done yet. I still have to do my event dailies. Let's do that real quick. Among other things. Actually, level. Okay, I don't know why. Sorry. This doesn't keep. What? Claim my daily missions. Oh, is there something I missed? Oh, right. There we go. And that's my dailies done, and part of my weekly. Oh, yeah, I can claim more. That's a ticket. And you know, I've never actually looked at what the skin looks like. I don't really use Roseanne, but I think she's a cool character. That's a nice skin. Oh god. Oh, why is this game a fan service game, man? Oh yeah, actually, while we're here, I can currently there is a popularity poll going on for the game. And you know, you get rewards and stuff for. Oh, you guys can't see it. Oh, because it's not getting captured. Oh, frick. Uh-oh. That's unfortunate. Oh, very interesting. So you guys actually, I can't actually show you guys what my votes are. That's interesting. Actually, I can show it to you, but like outside of the game. I mean, I knew which characters were going to be the most popular, and I figured it would probably be the Pilgrims, and looks like that was correct. But yeah, so you get 5 votes, and you can vote for which characters are your favorite. I had very basic tastes, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think some are kind of interesting, but others not so much. But first and foremost was Lapis. This character I think is probably one of the most interesting characters in this game. If you go through the story far enough, you'll know what I mean. And if you don't know what I mean, it just means you haven't gone through the story far enough yet. I voted for Lapis. I think I put 2 votes in for Lapis actually, even though I know she wasn't gonna win. But 2 votes in for Lapis. I put 1 vote in for... Where is she? Actually, I could probably talk about my high rank ones. I put 2 votes for Lapis. I put 1 vote in for base Scarlet. I just like base Scarlet's design a little bit more than Black Scarlet. Is really all I can say. I put 1 vote in for Red Hood. I think Red Hood is a really cool character. That's a very basic taste. I understand. And then last but not least, I put a vote in for Rappi, who's a super rare, but she's part of the story, and I really like her. I like all the base characters actually, or like the characters that you start off with and are like a part of the main story. I like all of them, but out of the 3, Rappi's my favorite, and I just happen to like Lapis a little bit more. Is it Laplace or Lapis? I've heard both, and I don't know. I can't tell you, but you know, there you go. That's where my votes went to, and I'm not ashamed. I'm very happy about my vote. Screw you. Oh wait, there's one more somewhere. This is the last day of this. I have to make sure. Oh, I see. Ah! Let me click on it. Thank you. There you go. Why do the dailies of this game take so darn long? I'm 30 minutes in the stream, and I'm still not finished with... Or I guess I'm finished with my base dailies, but not with my event dailies. Duke. Look up. And then we get to the mini game. Yay! Mini game's actually pretty fun. I didn't invest that much time into it, to be honest. Every time I open this game, I just do what I need to do, and then I just dip. So, top score 7,272. I don't know if that's good, honestly. I haven't really looked into how much other people have gotten, but there's somebody in my union that has a really high score, 7,722. That's like insane to me. but I'm not trying to beat the high score. I'm just trying to get enough for to get my daily reward from this. By the way, playing this on computer is so much easier compared to playing this elsewhere, or playing this on your computer or on your phone, because you have hotkeys, and that makes things very easy. Okay, and that's good. And there you go. Claim this, and slowly we're making our way up. And by the way, if you're curious why I'm really poor, it's because I spent all my gems on Amelia and Rem, because they're limited time, and I did like Rem and Amelia. Oh, fudge! I forgot to shop. I do like those characters because I did actually watch ReZero, because I have stopped watching anime. So there's a bunch of all the newer stuff I haven't watched, but I did watch the first season of ReZero, and I enjoyed it. I do like these characters, and I figured it's worth getting the limited time characters because it'd probably be very difficult to try and get them later. Gotta spend my stuff. Get core dust, because that's all that matters. Once you reach my level, core dust is actually, that's not true. You want rocks and you want core dust. I don't remember if I got any rocks from my earlier dailies, but they're what you really want in this game. You want core dust and where are the rocks? Are they not under? Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if they're. But no, I'm blind. Oh, there they are. Rocks. Probably not actually rocks. All right, we're done. I think that's everything. Okay, this is what we're here for, right here. Actually, well, kind of. We still have to do the daily version of it. Yeah. So, to put things very simply on how the solo raid works, there's a boss. So every single time there's a solo raid, we get a solo raid like once every month or so. When the solo raid comes around, there's a boss. And you have the base 7 levels where you just kill the boss using 5 different teams. I've reached the point where I can just kill it with one team without paying attention. Bless me, thank me. And so I can just kind of sit here, and you guys might get tilted because I'm not going to be touching the interruption circles at all, because that requires me to intervene, and I don't feel like doing that. It's a lot of work. But this is kind of where we're going to be for now. Yeah, see, look at all those circles I'm not going to do anything about. It's crazy. Normally, you pop those interruption circles, because now he sends out missiles. And those missiles do a lot of cover damage, and cover damage matters a lot against this boss, because some attacks you really only want to dodge using cover, because there's a cover mechanic which lets you kind of dodge or block damage. That's what the blue bar is above my character's health. This boss you really need to be able to deal with cover, or to cover its attacks, because if you get hit by its fire attacks, your characters just slowly whittle down and die. Maybe you can survive one wave, but you probably can't survive the second. Fortunately for me, my setup is so strong against, or at this point anyways, it's strong enough that I can just kind of tank it and not worry about it anymore. There's a bunch of different phases to this boss. I haven't really explored too much of it, to be honest with you, so we're going to be talking about the main stuff later, because after the 7 base levels, after you finish those 7, you get access to the very final, like, main solo raid. And that solo raid, hang on, let me blow my nose real quick. I should have muted, my bad. But the last solo raid is basically a DPS check, where every single player, all of your Nikkes will be set at level 400. So no matter what level your Nikkes are, if you reach this point, your Nikkes will be set at level 400. And you just have to do as much damage as you possibly can using 5 different teams of unique characters. It is pretty freaking difficult, and it is very fun for me because I really like thinking about this kind of stuff because it feels kind of like a puzzle. So two teams here will always be very easy to assemble, and those teams will focus around what we refer to as the schoolgirls and the bunny girls, because Blanc and Noor, or the pairing of Blanc and Noor, are such a powerful duo as support that you can run like a lot of stuff and they'll just kind of work out, provided that their synergies don't screw up certain other characters. Like for example, Noor and Blanc, one of the things that they do is they increase the amount of ammo that your characters have until they have to reload, and some characters don't want that. Some characters you want to constantly be emptying your clip because they do more damage or they have extra effects. But essentially, Noor and Blanc are a very powerful support duo, and you can run powerful units with them to maximize damage, and it's very similar with the schoolgirls here, which is Naga and Tia. They both pairs do different things, but generally speaking, they keep your team alive and they help your team do more damage. Usually, the other three slots are kind of up for grabs, but there will always be a last hit team. Mainly speaking, a Dorothy Privity team. Or I guess it's better to say a Privity team, and then you put a bunch of characters that specialize in getting, or like emptying your clip. And Privity is really good at that because she increases reload speed and reduces clip size. So characters like Dorothy and Summer Anis are both characters who benefit a lot from hitting or from emptying their clips. So usually there's a team that focuses around this, and I have a feeling that this is probably a very powerful team. So from what I understand with this current boss, weak point is water. And knowing how some mechanics work from other bosses, you have to have at least one water unit in each team. Otherwise, you will not be able to do the interruption circle. And unlike before, when I did the boss, if I screw up any of the mechanics here, I'm gonna frickin' die. So I need at least one water unit in every single team. So this team is probably fine because the base core line, which is Dorothy, oh, this is Privity, my bad. Privity and Dorothy, they're both water. So I can just run like the baseline team and we should be okay. Honestly, this might just, I don't know, actually. I might have to replace Nihilister with somebody else. Probably Quincy. Maybe Quincy? I'm not sure. We'll see. Quincy, I'm not sure. I'll have to consider. But I think with how important Cover is, I'm probably going to run Biscuit with this team because she helps replenish Cover. So it's the other two teams where things get real funky because I have absolutely no idea how this is going to go. These are, by the way, most of these teams that you see here are built from the previous solo raid. The only teams that aren't is this one, which I built, or mostly this one. This one's gonna remain unchanged. The best way to kind of look at this and figure things out is by looking at the top players. So these are the top 50 players, I think. Yeah, top 50 players and their teams and scores that they managed to achieve. But as mentioned earlier, the important thing here is seeing what teams they use. Now, this doesn't always register for everybody, or this doesn't work for everybody for a couple of reasons. One being that you may or may not be able to have all of your characters invested in. Because some characters need investment, like gear and other stuff, in order to do their job. And some teams can't function unless you have certain characters invested into a certain amount. So, for example, here, the Snow White team. This are the team right here at the bottom. This team would be almost pretty much impossible to run if you do not have an invested into Snow White. And some people might have a Snow White, but she is a very expensive unit. And if you don't have the proper units to run her, and the proper support and the proper investment, that team won't work for you, and you'll have to try something else. So, it's like a way for me to look at how or what teams the top players are running, and then try and figure out from there what I should and like what baseline I could use for teams. So one thing I did notice, because I did look at this in the past, was everybody was using the exact same school team, which was see up at the top here there is D, Schoolgirls, Red Hood, Ludmilla. Unfortunately, you guys probably don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but if I go over here, there you go. It's D, Schoolgirls, Red Hood, Ludmilla. You can look. There's another player. Yeah, there you go. So this seems to be the best team. Also, this team seems to be always doing the best damage. And, well, look, I have all these characters pretty well invested, too. So I'm good on this team. This team is locked in. Second team to look into are Schoolgirls. So let's see. Number one player, Schoolgirl, or not School, sorry, Bunny Girls. This person is running Leader and Modernia and Amelia. This team is actually using Volume and Maxwell instead of Leader and what's her face. But I'm kind of, you can kind of see a slight difference here with how people are running their teams here. This team is running Volume among with the Bunny Girls and then Maxwell. One thing I do notice is there's a big crop up of Rem. Not even like Rem teams, or kind of Rem teams actually. I see very similar like DPS units among the different teams with Rem. Yeah, so Rem is always paired with Black Scarlet and Alice, and the support behind her looks like it's around Leader and Modernia. Let's check like 60. What do you sir? Yeah. Oh no, this person's actually is running Maxwell. I don't think I'd do that personally. Oh, I see. They're running Modernia with the shotgun. Actually, the shotgun team probably worked, huh? This person's running Eleg, which is really interesting. Actually, I can see why that works, because you need another burst too. This person is running... Okay. I'm getting a pretty interesting idea of how people are... So the general idea that I see thus far is for the Bunny Girls, you always want to run that setup. So it's always going to be these three units, and then the other two are blank. For this team, it looks like the Nihilister. Oh, so this team is running Poli, which is interesting. Makes sense. This team is running Eleg. Makes sense. This team is running Poli. So it seems to be a difference between running Poli or Eleg. Yeah, that they're running... I don't have Eleg. He's actually one of the characters I am missing. So it does look like instead of this, we are going to be running Poli. I'm probably going to move some units around to copy the first or number one player. Dorothy, Anise, Biscuit, and Privity. Dorothy, Anise. Looks like that's right. That could be. Nope, that looks correct. Okay, so that's our second team. That's pretty straightforward, I feel. Thing like worth. Okay, so this team we're gonna have to retcon completely, but the one thing that we do know for sure is we're always pairing. We're always pairing these three together. Or I say pairing, but we're putting these three units together as a team, which leaves our last team, which is probably going to be the odd one out. But we're gonna. I think the plan here is we want at least 3 or 4 solid teams before we settle. Before we try and settle and figure out the other two. Judging from how everyone's DPS charts were looking, it looked like everyone's highest DPS teams were the schoolgirls team and this team. And that should determine where my support should go. I have a feeling I'm probably gonna put volume, or I'm probably gonna put leader here, which means volume has to go here. And by the way, the reason why some characters have to be used is because of cooldown reduction. Some characters in this game give cooldown reduction to your skills, and it is almost imperative to have at least one cooldown reduction character on your team. So for example, in here, it is D that gives cooldown reduction. In this team, leader gives cooldown reduction. This team, Dorothy gives cooldown reduction, and this team, it will. Question here is, who do we pair Amelia with? And the question here is, what is gonna be my last burst 3? And then from there we have to kind of figure out what this team is at least one. I don't know how this team is gonna go, so I'll just throw in like a random. It did look like people like to pair Maxwell with her. Was it Maxwell? Here, okay, so that guy paired Modernia with Amelia. This person pairs Maxwell with Amelia. I have a feeling it comes from your 5th team, like what you're planning on using for your 5th team. For me, I'm probably going to be running shotgun, actually. I think shotgun makes the most sense. Because it naturally comes with 2 water units, and I have the units and set up for it, which is going to be this. And then from there, it's kind of what are the last 2 units going to be. Namely, I need healing in this team for sure. I need some form of healing, but with this current spread, we have our water units in every single. Oh wait, yeah, we have our water unit in every single team, which is perfect. I just need to figure out, so who else is running shotgun? This person is not running shotgun. This person is also not running shotgun. This person is also not running shotgun. This person also. Actually, there seems to be a very interesting team loadout for the last one, which involves Scarlet. Yeah, where the fuck? I might not even be able to fit Scarlet in any of these teams, funnily enough. So, with everything sort of said and done here, since we're here in the mock battles, we're gonna try out the supposed best team to kind of fish out the mechanics, and that should help us figure out which characters we want. Like, do we need healing? And if we do, like, do we need hard healing, or do we need something that isn't as necessary? Because the top 50 players are going to be kind of focused on more DPS, which, you know, makes sense, but unfortunately, I cannot afford to focus on this, because I will freaking die if I let everything just fly as. So I had to figure out exactly how much damage I need, or rather how much damage I can afford, and then put it to the test. On how everything is gonna go. So this is why we need a water unit, because the shield prevents damage from being dealt outside of, unless the unit is a unit that the enemy is weak to. And this enemy is weak to water. So we're just gonna have to really slowly clear what we can, do as much damage as we can with this team. Okay. 2 breaths. That will probably do around 2/3 of your team's overall cover. It doesn't look like it's doing any cover damage, and that's because my team has cover regen, but not all of my teams will have that. So I'm gonna have to play this very carefully. I'm gonna have to focus on breaking these rocks as well with my other teams, probably. This team is probably okay not to focus too much on it, because I have so much survival. Oh, frick. To try and break those. It probably doesn't matter as much with this team. But other teams, it's definitely going to be something I have to focus on, which is dealing with the interruption circles. Because I need my team to live. But it does look like I can dish out quite a bit of damage with this team. And very safely as well. Okay. I could probably let this fly for now. Because it's always do tonight. I can ignore that. I'm pretty sure they're not gonna reach in time. Am I dumb? I don't think so. Yeah, no, that second phase does not last long, like, at all. 650,000 damage. I'm not super happy with that, I'll be honest with you. So, usually, the amount of damage that I push for is like 3 million. Normally, I do a little bit more, but it looks like this time around I'm gonna be struggling to keep up. My hope is that my other teams will be able to do damage as well. So if this is 650, I hope that my other teams can at least do 400 to 500,000. But I might have to tweak some of my teams a little bit, because I do have a few questions I would like to try and answer. One of which is it possible for me to tank the flame breath attack with the bunny girls? Because if that's the case, I definitely don't. I mean, I probably don't want a leader on that team anyways. Leader will probably help the DPS of this team quite a bit. But it probably will be Maxwell that rounds out this team in particular. Because she buffs certain units, and I feel like that'll kind of work out well. This is a team that I'm a little... this and that team. I have a feeling I'm going to be running Modernia with this team. So maybe just tell Modernia? That can't be bad, right? Really? I think somebody else was running that. We can try it out and see. Let's try it out. I have to make sure that this team can survive before I can, you know, decide for sure whether or not it's gonna work out. Let's see. I love Tove. Tove is such a funny character. And there's Maid Privity. Yeah, let's see. As long as we focus on breaking the rocks, I don't think there's any issues with that. One issue with this team is that there's no cooldown reduction. I don't like how Maid Privity's cover is already a little bit broken. That's a little iffy. That's death. Actually, I'm not sure. Let's see. Is this death? Oh, that will be death. That targets cover. Of course it does. Of course it does. So I'm gonna have to focus on removing or on finishing that up. As long as we prevent cover damage from dealing dealt, because I think it does the flame breath attack what 2 or 3 times. So I think we could probably. I don't know. This is strange. I will say though, as long as it does look like, as long as you do the fight properly, you don't need a lot of healing. So Helm is actually good enough. I wasn't sure if Helm was going to be good enough, so I was scared I would have to run like Rapunzel or something instead. But I think this team works, actually. I'm curious if I could run Scarlet over... Actually, no. Modernia is probably better over Scarlet here. It helps. She's a little bit more consistent in breaking the meteors. So I have to keep my fingers on the keyboard and swap whenever I need to. But we have to break the rock. We have to. The guns are also pretty important. Make sure that we break. Because they're going to be constantly doing damage to my team, and if they ever touch cover, that's going to be a slight issue. Yeah, the Maid Privity's cover is already dying, so it means that she's probably going to have to take some brunt later on. Why does that not break it? That should be doing damage. It's so weird. Why is that not breaking? Holy, Maid Privity's damage. Fine. Surprised that she's out damaging Modernia here. I guess in a team that's built to help Privity do damage, of course she's gonna do damage. Oh, you know why she's not breaking it? It's because she's not water. I'm literally on the wrong character. I need to swap to Tove. Literally anybody else. I'm just being dumb. So obviously it wouldn't break. Alright, let's do this, like, let's be a little bit smarter on this. Okay, so prioritize breaking the rocks and try and break those. That particular interruption circle sequence is a little annoying. Yeah, the Tove uses an assault rifle. This should be good enough to break. Perfect. Alright, now we're using the proper characters to break those. Oh no. really bad. Majournia is dead here. That interruption circle sequence is a pain. So, okay, let's see. We are about halfway in, and we have dealt 150,000. So provided that my team can actually live all the way to the end, supposedly, theoretically, I can do 300k with this team. Theoretically. I just have to play out of my freaking mind with this team. But it is technically possible. So I'll lock this team in, but this is probably going to be my weakest team, for sure. And we're hoping for like 300k, but I think it's going to be closer to like 250k or 270k. Somewhere around there. It's weird, don't worry about it. So, with that said, this is kind of the team that I'm the most unsure about. Who's my third unit gonna? I need healing, right? Or I need some survivability. Oh wait, no, do I? I forgot that whatchamacallit, that Rem gives that, no? Affects 2 self and 2 rocket launcher wielding ally highest attack. So does that mean my last unit should be a rocket launcher character? Doesn't matter. Is there an RL character that I don't want to use here? Not really. I don't really want to use any of these characters. I mean, I can't use some of the ones that would be kind of cool, like Amelia. So that means the healing portion is only going to affect Black Scarlet. She doesn't have any other healing, right? I don't think she has any more healing. Yeah. Oh no, she does have healing, but only when she bursts. Okay. You don't need a lot of healing against this boss though, so we can kind of just go for DPS for the last unit. What would be a good? Okay, what are other people running with her? Where's the team? I'm blind. Oh wait, no, I'm running leader. That does. So that's they're running Mika, which is interesting. This team is running Modernia. I'm not gonna do that because I have her. This team is running Maxwell. This team, Modernia. This team. Very interesting that this team isn't running Leona. Instead, they're running the bunny girls with the shotgun characters. That's so interesting. These people, man. Very... Oh, this seems also running Maxwell. Wait, who the heck are they running with their... Oh yeah, no, they shifted things. Oh, this team. Yeah, there's a Maxwell. And where is... Wait, Maxwell's on the... A lot of people seem to be running Maxwell. Interesting. It looks like they're looking for Maxwell just buffing your other characters. Wait, then who are they running for the bunny girls? Oh, this person, very interesting. This person's running Summer Neon. Or Neon. However the heck you want to say it. Because I'm surprised that this person actually invested into that character. I do not have my summer neon invested into at all. So I don't think I could do that strat. But like she's supposed to be a really good character into Nihilister, so that makes sense. Oh wait, interesting. This person isn't even running. What if I just run Scarlet here? It can't be terrible, right? She's a burst 3 character that does damage. She doesn't support the team much, but I mean, she's just very solid. Surely this is okay. I guess we're fine. Supposedly, this team is also like pretty high up in terms of damage. But to be fair, I think it does somewhat depend on how invested your rem is. And I'm poor. I couldn't invest super heavily into rem, unfortunately. Scarlet just freaking died. Also, I need to rearrange these characters around. The Scarlet just freaking died, bro. He actually just got one shot. That's so funny. But go back to mock battle so we can reset. Okay, we have to. Also, I have to control Alice. I'm pretty sure when Alice comes to burst, you should be able to just start targeting both guns on the inside when she when Nihilister retracts them. I'm fairly certain. I'm not sure. Okay, I have to probably not fixate on. I should probably put a Bastion cube around. Like that doesn't happen next time. Also make sure I'm like destroying these rocks. Oh, that was pretty close. Bruh. She died? Also, that damage is kind of insane. How the fuck did she die? I mean, I know how she died, but like, what? How did she die so fast? Also, Scarlet's damage is kind of pathetic. I'm not gonna. It's not worth running her. Maybe that's why they run Maxwell. You just run another character that can properly buff them. Oh, and Mika. Mika's such an interesting choice. I'm kind of down to try it, because I think trying to run like a third burst 3 carry won't work out that well. I'm surprised that she died. I guess the healing bit is pretty important. Okay. No to Scarlet. I think we just don't run Scarlet for this particular raid. We have to figure out a different 5th character. Mika's such an interesting choice. I might try it, honestly. Where is she? That's not. No, that's Republic. How much have I invested? Not much. At least I have some stuff. Oh, Snowfield Festival is so interesting. I don't think you need it, but wait, do they run Miko with volume or do they run it with leader? I think you could do it with leader and then run, or you could do it with volume and then run leader on the other. Where is volume? And then here, instead of volume, we can run leader instead. Let's try it. That's a very interesting idea. I think I see the philosophy behind it. And then you can cleanse the debuff. Of course, volume as a character doesn't do too much for this particular team. Break. I have to redo that. Mika's cover just got obliterated there. We don't have any cover recovery with this team. Break the rocks. Trying to break that is kind of a pain too. Maybe I have to further invest into at least get into some overload gear. Or give her a Bastion cube. A Bastion cube probably would solve some of my problems here, actually. I keep forgetting I have to swap to Alice to make sure that I get fast charges in, because that helps with burst generate. I actually almost blocked everything there, funnily enough. I couldn't quite control Alice there. I probably should have. I would have been able to output quite a bit of extra DPS there. Oh, that lag. Does breaking the guns do extra damage, I wonder? I probably should have been checking. I think Mika's dead here. Yeah. I'll probably have to redo this in the end, but this damage is okay. I could probably hit 500k as long as I can keep Miko alive and keep all that damage reduction. But like, I don't know, man. This is weird. It's really weird. Hmm. I don't want to like further. I don't want to invest too many of my resources into but I might have to if I want a decent score at this. Really? I couldn't get that in time? Yeah, bad timing. Bad timing. I think I might have to run Modernia. I need this team to survive. But I can't survive if I can't break these rocks. And there isn't a really good way for me to deal with them. I might just have to be Modernia over Mika. I don't think Scarlet is good enough to break the rocks. Either that or I need a character that helps break the interruption circles faster. If I do that, how am I gonna run the shotgun team without Modernia? Because Modernia helps a lot with the DPS of that team. Scarlet? Did I just replace Modernia with Scarlet? Problem is, if I replace her with Scarlet, how does this team deal with the rocks? Do I have to run Guillotine? Guillotine's a crazy idea, actually. Actually, a crazy idea. I don't even know if this team. This is so weird, dude. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Why did that not? Why did that not break? Ah! What if I run Guillotine in the other team? That'd be pretty funny. Actually, it might not be a terrible idea. Alright. Alright. For some reason, I have Guillotine very, or not heavily invested into, but decently invested into. Ooh. Is this it? Oh, what? Frick. Wrong character. Ugh. Okay, so I should probably retake stock of this here. Because there's a couple of very interesting ideas I have now on how to pursue this. Because I think I've been focusing a lot on how a lot of the other people have built their teams. But could I build a 2B team? Is that possible? Could I run a 2B team? If I were to run a 2B team, what the fudge would be the setup? Is the question here. Now that I think about it, a 2B team... Okay, no. Okay, the main problem with trying to create a 2B team is, can I even... Like... Okay, let me back out. I need a water unit in the 2B team. What water unit would slot into the 2B team properly? Is there one? So how would I make the 2B team? It would have to be masked and 2B, right? And because you run masked, guillotine is a natural fit as well. You need burst gen too. There's like no burst gen in that team. Because masked is SMG, 2B is assault rifle, and what's her face? And guillotine is machine gun. So I need decent burst gen in that team somehow. I mean, I could run Mary. I feel like Noise does very well though. I could run Noise, and I could fast charge the hell out of Noise, but I still need a water unit. Yeah, it doesn't fix my problem. I still need a water unit. I don't think I can run a 2B. It's too awkward. I think water is the one element that doesn't work super well with the 2B team. Or trying to run a team with 2B in it. Which is really weird. Because my 2B is heavily invested into. As to why, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know why. I don't have a hard connection to this character or anything. I just thought her kit was cool because she just sits there and tanks everything and never dies. And does damage. But clearly it's not working out. So I could technically run guillotine here. This can't be terrible, right? Or it could be like the worst thing in the world. This doesn't solve the problem of survivability, because Black Scarlet just freaking dies. And that's a slight issue. First one. Put the gun down, and then we swap around for that bit. Guillotine is kept at a decently low health. because Rem's healing isn't all that great. Like, I'm probably doing way more damage with Alice if I were to fast charge it, but I don't feel like doing that. There's the second one. I almost accidentally missed. That would have been particularly awkward. I think we're okay here. This team does seem to have some backbone to it. How? Oh, Guillotine's not. Oh, Guillotine's not doing anything. That's so sad. I guess Guillotine, a lot of the power of Guillotine comes from her doing extra elemental damage, I guess. I think Scarlet dies there. Yeah, because she took the damage. Ugh. Maybe it is Mika, but like, how do I survive the meteors? Actually, if I do this setup, it's probably leader over volume, huh? It's probably leader instead of volume with this current setup. Because I think you run Mika with volume because you can kind of ignore some things with her. I think the debuff removal is pretty interesting. Get to time that well. But as long as you avoid all damage to your cover, it is possible to do this fight without cover reduction. Because I think it does the flame breath attack 3 times. But like, if it does it a 4th time, like there's nothing you can do about that. You need cover retention somehow. Somehow. But it's definitely not Guillotine. Like, she literally just turns into Break the Rock Simulator, and that's it. She doesn't do damage. It's not worth running, I don't think. Like, if I really wanted to survive, like, certain mechanics, there are ways for me to cheese them. Well, I could run Noah, and then try and cheese some of the mechanics as well with her. It wouldn't be, you know, optimal, DPS-wise, but I can live. I think this team most certainly needs Moderna. Oh gosh dang, my voice keeps cracking. Screw you! This team is more than okay because there's so much survivability. Actually, now I think about it, couldn't I run the Arya Folkwing combo? Can I do that? Now that I think about it. I guess the question is, if I run Arya Folkwing, what the heck is the support going to be? That's a gosh darn good question. But Arya and Folkwing are both water units. I could run... What the fudge do I run with Arya Folkwing? I completely forgot about that combo, because I feel like it's the kind of combo that's so focused on survivability that, like, nothing else matters. But that might just be what I need here. Is there a setup where Arya Folkwing would actually work? Maybe here, to be honest with you. Instead of Biscuit and Poli, we run Arya Folkwing and then just focus on surviving. I don't know, maybe. Actually, I should probably test this team first to make sure that this team works on its own. And if it doesn't, then we'll have to consider. But it's definitely not worth running those two on this team because I feel like you just miss out on too much. The focus on survivability is too high. Should be able to break the rocks because we get full burst here. Yep. Sick. Did Pruity's cover get hit? It did. Wow, how? When did that happen? That's not good, because every single time a character's cover gets hit... Actually, it's okay, because we have... whatchamacallit. We have Biscuit. So as long as we time bursts correctly, she should be fine. Are we okay? Okay, I put it this stuff. And stuff. Okay. Perhaps not. Perhaps this isn't okay. Try this again. If there's somewhere we can circumvent this, but those rocks are a pain. Big pain. I might have to control my burst instead of just bursting on cooldown. Because if I can like consistently break these rocks, and losing out on a little bit of DPS isn't the worst thing in the world. I was scared that wasn't gonna work out, but it did. Hold this for a little bit because this is gonna show up and then we can use it. We can break the rock while we're at it. Break. Uh-oh. This is really bad. Actually, is it? No, I think we're okay, actually. Because, Polly is a defender. And because I have Biscuit... we actually, surprisingly, might be... Oh yeah, no, she was actually fine. Well... I just got debuff anyway. Ah! 369. Assuming I could... Those darned rocks, bro. Those darned rocks. I'm curious what the rest of the player base, or how the rest of the player base is doing with this boss. because I am struggling. I could probably make that team work though with the proper run, and we get as many attempts as we could want. This team is like the big question mark though, for sure. The question is, where to... I think Modernia has to go on the... Okay, I guess it depends on how we want to do this. I could look to strengthen a fourth team by putting Modernia here, and then this team is kind of just gonna turn into a throwaway team where I just throw Guillotine in there, and she's just there just to break rocks for survivability. Or I could turn this team into an Arya Folkwang team, and we focus purely on surviving, while running like, I don't freaking know, like something. I'll have to figure something out. It'd be so broken if they release a CDR healing unit, like a burst 1, burst 2 unit that reduces or that has cooldown reduction on top of like some form of healing. That would be pretty crazy. Actually, you think Noise is a crazy unit to pull here? I don't think she's that crazy. I'll be reducing my damage by a little bit, but Noise essentially should just be taunting, right? I keep forgetting I can't fast charge with that character. Yeah, no. So Noise just tanks. Okay, Noise just freaking dies there. He did do her job, though, funnily enough. I might have had to save that burst, though. Yeah, and then Scarlet just dies. But from, like, a damage perspective, this isn't terrible. This isn't all that bad. Okay, so I think something worthy of noting here is I'm probably going to have to swap some units around. I think a lot of people are putting all their eggs in this team, but I might have to move some characters around to ensure... Because right now, the team that's doing the most damage for me is Naga Tia. So, and Scarlet, or Black Scarlet, is my highest DPS bossing character that I have. And so I'm considering moving Black Scarlet to the Tia Naga team. and just putting all of my DPS and damage into that team. Actually, no, that wouldn't work, would it? I need Ludmilla in that team because that Tianaga doesn't have any natural water characters, do they? Never mind, that won't work. I need Ludmilla in that team. I should probably just further invest into Rem. Rem is probably good enough to keep my team alive as long as I invest into her. I just don't want to, but I think it's about time that I suck it up and just do it. So how much have I invested? 757. Cheers. 8. So this is a healing. He's the one that scales off of... No. It wasn't her. It was Amelia. Amelia scales off of maximum capacity. Or just deep breath. Where is it? It doesn't say. I like how all of her skill names have it. Leave it to Rem. I'm the healer. No mercy from Rem. The frickin' mace. You know what the mace is. What the fudge is it? Says in Demon's Breath stat. I don't know what. Probably fun. Funnily enough, noise probably does work in a team that needs survivability, as long as you can break the rocks. If you can't break the rocks, you're kind of screwed. But if you can break the rocks, noise will keep the rest of the team alive. But in the case that you can't break the rocks, she can't. She doesn't do much. I mean, if I'm planning on running volume here, I run. Otherwise, we run leader, and then we just don't care anymore. I think this is probably the plan. We just run leader here. We don't give a crap. We take the cover damage, and then we swap to something else. I don't know what the fudge my last unit should be. In terms of burst 3 units, I have to run a burst 3 unit that does not need to burst, which is a pretty big asking, honestly. I only have so many units that I can run in a team, so it has to be like a pure support unit. And I understand now why people are running Maxwell. But what if I decide not to run Maxwell? People run Moderna. Is this team good enough? Let me test that first and foremost. After that, we can move on to the shock. Let's see. I keep forgetting I should be fast charging. Moderna is probably the best rock breaker in this entire game. Almost didn't break that. That would have been awkward. Black Scarlet is fine, right? Yeah, she. Cover is fine because we have leader, so we really don't even have to worry about that. Uh-oh. Okay, forgot to redo that, but I can let them take cover damage, I just can't let them freaking die. Or I can't let their covered. Because leader can only repair cover, she cannot reform it. Rock break. Break rocks. Rocks do too much damage. Why? Why does she break that so slowly? Can I switch to Rem? Maybe Rem would take that a little bit faster? Probably would, actually. Yeah, that I swapped to Alice, because I'm pretty sure Alice could kill it pretty quickly. I don't like how weirdly inconsistent that is. I swapped to the wrong character. I swapped to Scarlet. I didn't swap to Rem. Oh my gosh. Freaking dang it. Either Alice or Rem would probably solve it. Although Rem might be the easier one for me. Maybe not optimal, but easy. Okay, whatever. I'm over it. Oh my gosh, he died. You're kidding. Do I need to, like, beef her up? What's going on here? Why did I call... Oh my god, dude. This is so much work. I need to make sure that this team works properly. Oh, she survived. I need to fully reload that. I know I should have swapped to Rem for that, but it's fine. I was in full burst. Not a big deal. I'm sure. Okay. And she's dead. This healing is kind of pathetic, I'm not gonna lie. Yeesh, dude. This sucks. This freaking sucks. I think I need to further invest into Rem if I want to live with this team. like fully invest. That's kind of a pain. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of annoying. So what to do here? I'm probably gonna have to replace Modernia with like a healer of some sort. Or someone that can keep my team alive. I just don't know who makes the most sense or who's the best fit for that. The easiest answer is Rapunzel. But I really don't want to run Rapunzel. I'm not loading this pod. Actually, I will. I should. What a very annoying boss. Okay, so we have determined that Rem is not strong enough on her own to keep my team. So I have to figure out a way to keep that team alive. I think noise is probably the answer. I have to time my burst properly and then just use noise to tank the gunshots because there's no world where she dies to them. And then all my damage will be focused on... Let's see if this works. I'm just gonna have to time my bursts properly, which is gonna be a bit of a pain, but you know. Have to deal with it, I guess. We have to take that all. The good thing is she helps with killing the interruption circles. Actually, wait. We can probably live this. This is just a test anyways. Fine. Yeah, we delay that just a tad. And noise outlived the burn. Almost, actually. I think if she was at higher, like, max health, or, like, current health when she gets burned, she'll actually be fine, funnily enough. Or we could just, you know, make sure she doesn't get burnt at all by not burning burst too early. I think I can do this. I think this is doable. I have to not burn burst, and I should also probably use Alice more. I was about to say more better. What's wrong with me? Okay. Rocks. Bye. I think we're okay. I think this run is looking decent here. Oh, I didn't time my burst there, though. Yeah, okay. We definitely have to time that third burst correctly so that we can break those rocks. I think breaking the rocks right now is the biggest pain for this team in particular. But once we can do that, we'll be fine. Yeah, that's fine. It's noise tanking it. Okay. Hold burst. Don't use it. No. No. Okay. Woo! Good time burst and reload. Ha! I think we're okay. Damage-wise, this isn't, you know, ideal, obviously. But I think this is okay. Okay, now we can kind of... Yeah, noise did her job. We're fine. Okay, yeah, no, we're okay. Noise did her job. She does not need to be around. Perfect. Alright, this team can do it. Just took a lot of tries, but I think we did learn as a whole. We did learn a lot as a whole. Sorry, I keep forgetting I need to mute my mic. Of course, DPS wise, if we don't, it feels bad because if we use like literally any burst 3 DPS carry instead of noise, we could probably do better. But noise just makes this team a lot more consistent. But I do understand now how this team does the most damage overall. All right, I'm gonna be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom. Alright. Sick. Sorry about that. We know this team can work, which is good. Very, very good. Very nice. So that means we can put Modernia on this team. Hopefully this team can hold up. We'll see. I am not completely sure. This team with enough okay, this is the team that I'm a little bit worried about. So let's see if this works. Most just because I know Blanc will be able to keep my team alive, but I'm more worried about whether or not I can survive with all the cover issues. I guess we'll find out here. That hit? I can't tell. Whatever, it's fine. What the fudge just happened? I just screwed that up for no good reason, I'll be honest with you. It does look like Amelia can kind of clear everything on her own, like passively. This pattern is pretty fine. Okay, question is, can I survive a burn? If I can survive a burn, because of Blanc's with the help of Blanc's healing, the answer is we cannot survive a burn. Which means we do have to somehow live for as long as humanly possible without any cover. That's not very good. Because that just reduces everyone's coverage. That's not great. I guess you run Maxwell in this team. You're really just to buff Amelia, and Amelia is just your main DPS carry. And that doesn't feel great. Does not feel good when when you have... To the point where Nor is doing quite a bit more damage than Maxwell. Even though I have invested quite heavily into Maxwell. In fact, I think I'm... No, not quite. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure Amelia is my least invested character here, but I forgot I don't really touch volume much either. I don't really invest much into her either. So this team is actually... So normally, the Bunny Girls are a very safe team. But because of how this boss works and like the units I have to use here, Nihilister becomes so much scarier. I think it's possible for me, if I get the perfect run, for me to reach the last point. But like, getting rid of the guns is so important, and I can't do it. Like, I just don't have enough damage to kill the guns. I'll wait a bit here. Ah, I think I let it go too. I gotta hold that a little bit longer. And I should probably do full charges there. Do I have enough time for 3 full charges in that position? I don't know. This is so awkward, dude. This is so awkward. This is crazy how awkward this is. Oh my god. Let me through. I forgot. Do you want a fast charge with Amelia? I don't remember. Very interesting question to consider. Yeah, that bit is so weird. It doesn't like AoE. You have to hit them straight on as Amelia. So can I tap it? Is that good enough? She's the only one that can deal damage. I guess the explosion doesn't count, which is weird. This feels really bad. This feels really bad. Possible to force out like a ton of bursts here. The problem is being able to like survive until that point. Very annoying. I even hit her. I don't even know if I hit that. Oh, it didn't even break that. Nation Amelia's gonna die. Sucks. Oh, you can't just tap it. I don't even know if that hit Nihilister, I'm gonna be honest with you. This like chip damage that gun is doing is a pain. Uh-oh. Get to reload there, you're kidding! Okay, wait, so this is so annoying. I think I know how to do this though. I have to put Blanc in the middle. She shields herself sometimes, so that might be good enough to like protect her from some ticks here and there. And I might be good to just random into something. I don't know. I think it's my only way, but I think with that said, I think we try for the full run here. I think. I might do like a second one later, but I at least want to do like one full run on stream before ending here. Holy crap, this has been a pain. But let's do one full run. We're gonna do a lot of retries overall. But there we go. This is kind of dumb and crazy and whatnot, but we'll get there eventually. So we'll start with the safest team. This team will be able to do very consistently, like every single time. Ideally. Break rocks. You know, the best part is I don't even think I need to focus on breaking the rocks with this team, because of how much safety Naga gives me. Because the amount that she shields is crazy. Oh yeah, no, this team is so safe. This team is so safe, dude. We are so in it. The Amelia team is going to take a few tries for sure, among other teams. Actually, a lot of my teams are probably going to take more than a few tries. I wasted a little bit of Red Hood's DPS output there, but it's fine. It should be fine, rather. I probably could be bursting a little bit better as well. It's pretty good timing for Red Hood burst to come out. Alright. We actually missed it, but honestly it's probably not a big deal. Okay, we're good to go. This team is very, very consistent here. Does breaking the turret actually do extra damage? I can't tell. If it does, it's very minuscule. Eesh, that wasn't ideal. Okay. Whew. Whew, 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 whew. Almost 700k. That's not bad. So, this is our top damaging team for sure, right? Our second damaging team is the one that we've been working on for a bit, and that team is probably gonna only do about 500k. So that means we're probably aiming for around 2 mil. Normally, I would like to go for 3, but I think this boss is a lot more difficult because usually I'm able to hit 3 mil on other solo raids in this game. Looks like this time around we're only gonna be able to go for 2, maybe. It's a big bait, big maybe, because it depends on how much damage we can output with the other teams. But I think going for like 200, 300k on the other 3 teams each should be enough to push us to 2 mil. Because this boss is freaking brutal, bro. We had to cut a ton of corners in order to make it to this point. Yeah, so second quote-unquote easiest team is probably this one, because Noise is just like a damage sponge, so we don't have to worry too much on that front. This team I think might be able to push 600k if I control Alice properly, but that takes a lot of work and effort, and I don't want to do that, so I'll probably have to settle for like 500k. And yes, Alice is the differential between controlling Alice and not controlling her is pretty big, stupidly enough. All right, let's do this. This is gonna take a few tries to get the perfect run in, because I'm definitely gonna screw up a couple of stuff here and there. My apologies. Well, I'm still gonna control Alice for a little bit, but I'm not gonna try and min-max it to the max. Ayah, this game sucks. I hate that pattern. Why is the middle one so darn hard to break? It's so hard to break. Was it the same pattern that screwed me over? I can't tell. I don't know why I can't break that middle interruption circle. What a pain. You know the best part about this stream thus far? I don't think we've had a disconnect yet. Yeah, no, we haven't. So that's pretty nice, I guess. Oh, I just realized I've not been targeting the gun at all. Oh, different pattern, I think. Doesn't matter as much with this team because we have leader. Oh, frick. I already screwed up, I think. Ayah, bro. As many as we can so that her thing doesn't break. I think we're okay. Oh my gosh! I am so stupid. I wasn't paying attention. I was not at all paying attention to that whatsoever. Fudge! Dang it! Gosh dang it, dude. Whatever, it's fine. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. I don't get that, man. Okay, I should... Oh, I messed up. Hopefully we'll be okay. I don't think we will be, but we'll see. Yeah, I have to hold that third burst. I have to. Gosh dang it, dude. I keep forgetting that I need to hold that third burst. How have I been at this for almost 3 hours now? That's crazy, dude. That's actually insane. Okay, no, it's fine. I should probably just be focusing on killing the gun at that point. Okay, doesn't matter if I fast charge with Alice here because we need to hold the burst. Okay, don't. Looks okay. I'm not. I know I'm not gonna break that, so. Okay, this is looking fine. This is looking fine. It's no longer looking fine. That was unfortunate. The fact that Rem ran out of ammo right there. Fudge, man. I probably have to keep track of how much ammo she has now. I'll probably have to like fully reload her gun on that second flame breath. Yeah. Yeah. It's not worth it. It's fine. Just focus on DPSing and we can ignore that. Okay. I was about to say, remind me not to, whatchamacallit, to be wasteful with my burst again here, but me thinking about telling you guys that reminded me. Take the full length here. Back to reload. Thank goodness I remembered. I almost forgot. I almost just like shilled everything there. That would have been awkward. Okay. We'll be fine. Okay, we don't care about noise anymore. She can die. She has done her job brilliantly. We can probably just ignore all the rocks, honestly. Okay, no, we can't ignore the rocks anymore. Come on, 500k, 500k, 500k. Nice. Perfect. Oh, that went relatively pretty okay. I'm down for that. I'm actually down for that. What that does mean, if we're aiming for 2 mil, we need all of the other 3 teams. We need each of them to do like around 200 like 6 or 260,000 damage. Or the alternative, which is I think is more likely to happen. I need these 2 teams to do like 400,000 ish, because the shotgun team is definitely going to be the weakest out of the 3 DPS wise. Funnily enough, the shotgun team is also going to be the easiest to pilot, because we're just going to be controlling Modernia and then praying that we kill the turrets. Or sorry, praying that we kill the turrets and praying that we kill the rocks. And also like swapping over to Tove whenever we need to do the interruption circle. So we're going to do this team first. And hope that we can at least hit 250. I think 250 is... I don't even know if it's reasonable, to be honest. We'll see. So... Fudge! Tove ran out of ammo, man! Okay, it's either Leona then. Leona or Tove. Whichever one has more ammo. Gosh dang it, dude. Alright. Oh my god, we actually did that one. I don't know why that was so much easier. Okay. Okay. Remember, save burst. Oh, did I actually do it? Oh, for a second I thought I screwed it up. Come on, Modernia. Break the rocks. Frick. Can't do it there. Break as many of the missiles as possible. I actually think I got all of them there. I don't think I'm hitting 250 with this team. Yeah, I don't think I'm hitting 250 with this team. Everybody's gonna die here. I mean, she's gonna die here anyways. Okay. Actually, we might be able... Actually, this might frickin' be doable. 250? We're burning, we're on borrowed time. No. Pretty close, actually, though. Pretty close, that's not bad. So, that does hard cap my next two teams to do 300,000, though. But as I said, that team was pretty simple because it was literally just control Modernia, hope that we break everything properly. But these teams, we don't have a ML or LMG character. LMG? Machine gun. I think it's just machine gun. I don't think it's LMG. We don't have a machine gun character for either of these teams. So breaking the rocks becomes a lot more difficult, to say the very least. So we're probably gonna have to control our bursts a lot more heavily here. I don't know which team is more screwed. I think this team's the hardest one. Because at the very least, this team has more water units to deal with the QTEs. But the other team only has Amelia. So we have to hope for around 300k. Or even more. The more damage, the better. You know what? Let's just try our best. Perfect. Okay. Okay. We wait for the rocks to spawn and then we burn burst. The reason why we do it earlier rather than later is because the QT is here and I need all that help I can get. Fudge. Okay, so I think we have to expect Privity to die here, unfortunately. The good thing is our DPS is not bad. Okay, the problem is, can we break the rocks here? Okay, Privity is gonna die. There's nothing we can do about that. On the bright side, we did hit 300k. Okay, this is looking good. I'm sorry that there's not a lot of commentary, but I'm like weirdly focused. Can we get one more proc of Dorothy? Yes. I mean, the rest of the damage I'm doing here is like chump change. Alright. Okay, the Amelia team has a pretty good potential to do a decent amount of damage here. We have a pretty good shot here of doing a decent amount of damage. The problem is, it's also going to be the hardest. This is the hardest team that I have to work with here, for sure. There's not much I can do to make this any easier for myself. Actually, there is. I could sacrifice damage by replacing Maxwell with safety by replacing her with Guillotine. But Guillotine is going to do negative damage because I'm pairing her with the Bunny Girls. So I think we're on our own here. I think we have to do it with this team. Let's do this. Let's do this. We have to hit top 3%, I think, of players doing this solo if we want to get them on a jump. Because depending... Oh, I'll show you guys. Okay. Okay, we hold this now. I think we're okay here. Yeah. Okay. We're fine. This is fine. Behold the burst. I think we have to control Maxwell here. Nice! This is going incredibly smoothly. The only issue here is I think the one that's gonna die is Nor. Yeah, Nor's the one that dies. Which is alright, honestly. Come on, get a burst off. Oh, I missed. You're kidding me. Can I get 300k? No, I can't. Interestingly enough, my shotgun team did not do that terribly compared to this team. Honestly, probably possible for me to have forced out a tiny bit more damage if I played that a little bit better. But I think that's the best I can do. I might do another run in my own time after I end stream here, but that's it. That's my run. That puts me in the top 3.19%. And unfortunately, I don't think that's good enough. I don't think. Yeah, I know. I want to be in the top 3%, but I can't pull it off this time around. I might try and as I said, I might try and pull out more runs in my spare time after I finish streaming here, but I think it'll take a lot of effort for me to try and hit that top 3%, unfortunately. Stretch. Alright, well, there you have it. There you have it. Let's see if there's anyone. I don't even think anyone's here, but that's okay. Not really. That's okay. We'll end off there then. I'm gonna keep this clicked on while I try. Over. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time it may be for you. Sorry for the shorter stream, by the way, I should probably mention that. But please, if you haven't yet, please get up, stretch, get a drink of water. And if it's late for you, please go to bed and take care of yourselves. I'll see you guys next time I stream, which is going to be Thursday evening. I'll probably go back to near... Hello. That's an interesting time to get a follow. Thank you so much for the follow, Sumayer. I feel like this stream kind of sucked, but I very much appreciate it. Thank you. I will be streaming again Thursday evening. I'll probably be back at near Automata. If not near, I don't know, Nino Kuni or something. I'll figure something out. It'll be very much dependent on my mood, I guess. But I appreciate you guys a lot, and I will see you guys next time I stream. Thank you.